So you just one at a time?
Yeah, we'll get you on for a few minutes.
Okay. All right. First off, in this league, anytime you get a road win, it's significant, and I'm pleased with the result, obviously. I have so much respect for Johnny and his team, and, like, knowing that we would have them full strength at home. Like, we spent a lot of time this week trying to get them to understand how much more difficult this would be, and the game at home was incredibly difficult, overtime and all that. Or, I'm sorry, it came down to the wire and all that, but we knew with them at full strength it was going to be difficult, so we're really pleased to come out of here with the win. We got a lot of depth, and different guys have stepped up at different times, but to see Josh Reed come out and really be a difference maker after not playing as much here the last week or so, I thought was really important for us, and certainly Aziz to get back to playing to his form. I thought Jameel Reynolds and Jizzle James gave us unbelievable minutes off the bench. I thought Dan Skillings had an incredible start to the game and really lifted us. And I actually thought Day-Day had a really good start to the game, among others. But proud of the win. It's a great road win. You got to figure out a way to get those this time of year, but they're not easy. And after a two-game slide, it's nice to get back on the right side of the win column.
Coach, it was a game of runs. I think you led it by as many as 14 in the second half. UCF rallies, you respond. They rally again, you respond. How did you like that about your team, that every time that it looked like maybe UCF was poised to take the lead, that you guys stepped up and performed? Yeah,
this has been a really resilient team to date, and I thought we were pretty resilient tonight. Because, again, I thought we offensively played really well to start the game, and we have not played well offensively here recently. It lifted us, the ball's going in, and to feel like you were kind of in command of the game, and then it gets dicey down the stretch. I think that can be difficult on a team, and we have some young players, and we haven't been together very long. I was proud of their resilience and how they just kind of found a way.
What does it say about your team, how well they did on the offensive boards?
It's something we pride ourselves on, guys. Is our rebounding. Last Saturday we got out-rebounded by 17, and that's about as pissed as I've been on anything on a statistic, since I've been coaching at Cincinnati, because I just expect our team to be good there. I thought we were impactful there tonight, and we have to continue to be if we're going to be competitive.
What are you telling your guys in a close game situation in the final minute when baskets are going back and forth? How are you getting them to not foul? Because there were some situations where the Knights looked like they went for the foul on the three-point line and they didn't get it. So what are you telling your guys in those situations?
Yeah, and then we did foul some, right? I mean, we put them on the line a couple times there in the last 4 or 5 minutes, and Day-Day gets his fifth, kind of reaching in. But I think I think we're probably similar to every other college program in Division I. We spend a lot of time trying to work on defensive discipline and making sure that we can test shots, that we're physical, and we're in good position without committing silly fouls. We still got a lot of work to do there. But, again, I think the play with Johnson, maybe the one you're referring, I thought we did a nice job of staying down and not leaving our feet, and that's a good sign because we got to continue to do that.
You've had so many single-digit, close games in the Big 12. Just how nice is it just to breathe after a game like that, where you had a lead, but you're on the road and you come away with one?
How nice is it to breathe afterwards?
Yeah.
It's always nice to breathe, Scott.
That's a plus, yeah.
Yeah, that's a plus. There's been some days, last Saturday and last Tuesday, you turn it over 17 times. I'm sorry, you get out rebounded by 17 Saturday at Houston, and you turn it over 25 times against Iowa State. And there's some times I thought I might stop breathing there, so it's good to be breathing. But no, I think anytime you can win on the road, anytime you can win in this league, it's that difficult of a league. It is significant. And if you can win on the road, I think there's an extra edge to that. So that part feels good, but we got to enjoy it here on the ride back when we finish with you guys, and then we got to get some rest and get ready to try to respond on Tuesday night, because it's like every night there's not a lot of relief in this league at all.
Is the key to leave it in a snowstorm and have a little adversity?
Again, we talked about resilience. We got a really, really, really nice group of young people. They're really nice kids. I mean, we were stuck in the FBO for three and a half hours. We're stuck on the runway last night for felt like over 3 hours. You know, our kids were just enjoying each other. They didn't complain. They didn't say a word. They were playing cards and watching movies and having a good time. They didn't blink. They didn't complain about being tired. And I've been around college basketball for 20 years. Not every team is that way. So we got a good group. But that stuff doesn't affect you if you don't let it affect you. And our guys, I didn't worry about that going into the game today.
Coach, over the course of this conference season, what have you seen as the biggest key to success in Big 12 basketball?
Figuring out how to win one more possession. I mean, you know, so many of our games and the games in this league, there's such a fine line to whether you win or you lose. And here it is. I mean, you stand up here in front of you guys after a win and you feel great, right? I mean, we're humans. Like, we feel good. And you stand up here after a loss and it feels absolutely awful. And a lot of these are coming down to one possession. I mean, really, a lot of these games, a lot of ours and a lot of the games in this league, I think the biggest difference is what is your team willing to do versus the other team just to win one more. And we have not been on the right end of that every game. And I think the teams that are winning consistently, they're not blowing everybody out. They do the little things better, and we're trying to be one of those teams moving forward.
Kind of on that point, you spoke about the team's resiliency. You guys shot the ball well early, but the three-pointer kind of came and went throughout the game. What does it say about the team that they're able to stick with things offensively, kind of weather all the runs that UCF took at your lead to come out on top? Yeah,
like I said, I thought we were really resilient tonight. Now, in fairness to our team, they've been resilient all year, even when we haven't won games. Their ability to come out and compete and try to climb back, very, very similar to Johnny's team. I mean, you watch Johnny's team on tape and you think the game at BYU's over the other night, and they got a chance to win the game there at the last possession. You know, they got down against us in double figures tonight, and I'm sitting there. I know it's going to be close because he's got such a resilient team too, and I think we're similar that way. Our kids have kept fighting regardless of what the circumstances have been, and if it stopped today, that'd be the thing I'm most proud of with this group so far.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
We have Simas, Lukošius.
All right, Simas, congratulations on the win. What does it mean to win a Big 12 game on the road? It's so difficult every night in this league.
I mean, yeah, you said it. It's difficult. Coach mentioned it. It's really fun. I mean, it feels great. You know, the last one we had against Texas Tech, this one, yeah, I hope we can get more of these. Yeah, nothing else to say. Like, really, it's a great feeling.
Can you describe your final bucket and what went into that play?
I passed to Dan. He almost turned the ball over. And then, thankfully, they weren't able to get it. They only tipped it. And, yeah, I knew there's 8 seconds on the shot clock or something like that. So I just went one-on-one. Saw that he gave me a little bit of an angle towards the baseline, and then knew I have to push him off so I don't end up under the backboard. And then, yeah, it all worked out. I got a layup.
You're a major factor for your team tonight beyond the arc. How big is that for your game?
I mean, it's big. If teams are letting me shoot, I need to shoot and I need to make those shots. I mean, 2 for 8 isn't very good, but I need to get better at that this season. But that is a huge part of my game, and it'll stay that way.
You smiled when Coach said that you took the adversity of the flight delays in stride. What about that challenge, though, and how you guys have to overcome those sorts of things, especially in a road environment?
Yeah, I smiled because he made it sound like we didn't care at all. Obviously, it wasn't a great situation, but, I mean, we love each other on this team, so, like, spending an extra few hours in an airplane is nothing to us. And like Coach said, you know, that reflects on how we play, and we're always together, and I'm having fun, you know. No, it doesn't matter how I'm playing, how the team is playing. I'm always going to have fun with my guys, and we're always going to stay together and root for each other. And I think that's one of the superpowers of our team.
What is it that makes Cincinnati such a good road team in the Big 12? Like I said, it's difficult. You've gone to BYU and won. You've gone to Texas Tech and won. Now you've won tonight.
I mean, there's probably some magic to it. You know, like it's just us against the world. Everybody's against us, and yeah, we just stay together and pull it out. You know, it's not like we're more locked in on the road than we're at home. We know, we want to win all of those games, but yeah.
You guys had 45 rebounds compared to UCF's 33. How much easier does it make your life as a player getting those rebounds and denying UCF second chance rebounds as well?
I mean, it's much easier and it's very important for us. I feel like most of the games that we've struggled in the conference play was when we did give up offensive rebounds, which really isn't like us and it's not supposed to happen. So, you know, I'm glad it wasn't too bad today. I think we still could be much better on that and just be able to get more cleaner rebounds because, you know, sometimes even if we got it, it wasn't clean and it was tipped and we weren't able to run in transition. But yeah, I mean, it's almost the whole game. You know, if you win the rebounding battle, it's going to be much easier.
Two more.
From bracketology projections that we've seen, Cincinnati is right on the cusp, right on the outside, one of the last few in as of right now. How big was it tonight for your quest to potentially get a bid?
I mean, obviously it was huge. Every game is huge. Personally, I don't really, you know, do too much research on that right now, but I know that we just have to do our job and everything will work out well for us.
One more. You guys, on the stat sheet, appear to have more turnovers than UCF, but you guys forced more timely turnovers that benefit in your favor. What's going through your minds in those possessions when you're just hustling to try to get any chance at the ball you can?
Yeah, I mean, we like to be aggressive on defense. We don't want to be a team that's comfortable to play against. And yeah, those turnovers that lead to easy buckets are really helpful and really important. And I think, you know, Day got a few, John got a few really important ones and that were really timely as well. You know, if it was UCF making a run or the game's getting closer and then you can kind of like stop their momentum. And yeah, it was really important today.
Thanks, Simas.
Thank you.
Thank you all.